Crime. From cold cases to serial killers, missing persons, and more.
100% he did this.
I'd go off in the fantasy world.
How much more lucky can you get that you're not on death row?
You want to know what we know.
My name is Jay. This is Guilty of Crime.
Hello, everybody. As everyone trickles in, I'll say hello, and then after I do that, I will get down to business. Now, there's new documentation today, and the new evidence is in the Stephan Stearns case, the state's response to demand for discovery. Now, we don't have 186 pages, thank God, or I'd run out of air and breath. We do have 5 very important pages, as well as some others I want to show you. I also want to show you how to get onto that website directly, and I want to show you some new pictures that we have. So I'm going to thank, first of all, Davey for being a new mod. I want to thank Jess for pointing me to the website, and I hope you guys can hear me okay today. I have a new microphone set up, as you can see. And I want to thank Bree for sending me these exclusive pictures of the parking lot to the, I think it's the Venetian condo, where you're going to see the cameras and where they actually are really big, pointed out. So, Jen Soto, you're in trouble with those cameras. We're going to know everything. And I know the police already have seen it as well. So, let's get going, folks. All right, thank you for being here. I will shout out to you afterwards. If anybody sends me a super chat, a super sticker, or anything, I'll shout out to you when I'm done getting through the information. All right, folks, let's get to it. Let's get to what I have today. I'm going to play this because it's very important. Coming straight from Fox 35 News. Here we go. New clues in Madeline Soto murder investigation.
13-year-old Maddie Soto. We're getting a better idea of what the trial could look like for the man accused of killing her.
Yeah, a new list of evidence has been made public. And Fox 35's Marie Ettinger has been sifting through this list all day long, and she joins us live right now. So, Marie, what are you finding in there?
John, that new list just released by the state gives us a better view of what might actually come out in this trial. And as this memorial for Madeline Soto grows, so does the anticipation to find out what exactly happened to this little girl. This is a list of the items the state plans to use in the trial. We're talking a terabyte hard drive to copy just some of the discoveries.
I have those paperworks right there, folks. We're going to go through them, and I'll read right through them. She's not reading through them. She's just showing you. I don't want the CSAM stuff, and neither should you.
Over. That's enough space to store 500 hours of HD video, or over 6 million pages of documents. The list includes references to guns, like firearms trace summaries, even though we still don't know whether a gun was used in this case or how ultimately Maddie died. Forensic expert Stacy Shepard says the list tells a story.
You have your crime scene, actual on-scene activity, and then your major case investigation steps, and then you can see it progressing as they're getting warrants and asking for certain things.
The list includes reports by 21 different investigators. It references mobile tracking devices on 3 different cars. There's a section about pen registers. Those are devices that record the numbers of phone dials out, and trap and trace devices, which record incoming phone numbers. There are also search warrants and cell phone mapping for 3 different phones. Fox 35 was able to confirm one is Stephan Stearns' phone, and another is the phone for Jen Soto, Maddie's mother.
Typically, when there's that much evidence against somebody in this kind of case, they're gonna most likely take a plea.
The state could use this information to seek the death penalty.
We're still in talks about it, still discussions amongst myself and our homicide team and our executive team, seeing what aggravators, if any, we have that we can go on.
Stearns has pre-trial conferences for both of these trials coming up on July 10th, and then the actual start date for the murder trial for Maddie Soto begins July 16th. He also has a separate trial that'll start up on August 19th. That is for a case involving sexual battery against a minor, as well as various child porn charges. He has 60 counts against him in that one. Live in Osceola County, Marie Edinger, Fox 35 News.
For that. That is what we are talking about today. Now, I moved my microphone and I lowered the reverb on it. So let me know. Let me know if it's okay for you. Let's stop this. Let's stop sharing this. Let me know, folks, if the sound has less reverb now. Like I said, I turned it down and I moved my mic. So I need you to know what it sounds like. I want to make sure we're good before I start reading, folks. All right. So, hello, Jody's cool. Guilty of crime over here. All right. Let me know how it sounds. Much better. Sounds better. I can lower the reverb even more, and I can move the mic even farther away. So if I move the mic farther away, then it should be good. All right. I need to know because I'm reading the documents right now, folks. So, all right. Hello, crime crew. Hello, everybody. I can show you this while I get my mic good. I want to show you something really quickly, just so you know that I have the correct documentation, and I want to show you where I got it from. All right, so let's check this out, everybody. I asked lots of people to get me the documents, and the only person that was able to was Jess, not the mama. And here they are. Check this out, folks. So the biggest documents of everything are the 5 pages. But right now I'm on Courts of Osceola Clerk, and I have case number 2024 CF 001293. State of Florida versus Stephan Michael Stearns. The judge is going to be Keith Karsten. It has everything you need to know right here, folks. Felony case number. Now, look at all of these things going on here. So we know that there's a public defender. If I click on this, it will tell us who. We have our plaintiff, and then here are the events, folks. We have a jury trial coming up at 9 a.m. on July 16th, 2024. We know which courtroom it's in. It's courtroom 4F. Keith Karsten has all of them on 425. The initial appearance was Tanya Wilson Davis. On 7/10 at 10 a.m. is his pretrial. Now, tell me, folks, do you think the pretrial is going to happen? Let me know if you think it's going to happen, and let me know how my voice sounds. Now you're saying the sound is off? Wait, what? All right, I need you guys to tell me if you can hear me or you can not hear me, because now I'm confused. And some people are saying that the sound is off. How is the sound off? I don't have any sound on. I should be talking, everybody. Some people are saying it sounds great, and some people are saying it doesn't sound right. So I don't understand, everybody. Yeah, you're going to have to let me know before I start reading, everybody. Sounds good. Sounds good. I can hear you. Okay, I need to know because I'm going to be reading 5 pages. Sounds distorted. Interesting. All right, well, let me lower that a little bit and do this. Let me turn this off. I changed my mic a little bit, and it shouldn't sound distorted. All right. Thank you, Monica, for the super sticker. It's a little muffled. I don't want it to be muffled, folks. I had it good yesterday. All right. So, sounds a little distorted, but I don't want it to be distorted, everybody. No. Okay, so I could move the mic around if it sounds distorted. Let me lower the reverb. Turn it a little down. Change the settings. All right. Let me know if you can hear me. We hope there's no plea deal. So it's fixed. I hope so. Check out the website, and we're going to go through the pages. 7:16, 9 a.m., 7:10, 10 a.m. Let's get ready for pretrial and jury trial, okay? Now you can see all the other things in the case. Now, here is where I got the information. These are Stephan Stearns case dockets on the website. Today is 5/15. On 5/9, notice of provision of supplemental witness list. We have that. These mean each page. So I have 7 pages for you. I have the state's response to demand for discovery, 5 pages, and notice of provision witness list, 1 page and 1 page. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you. Hope everybody can hear me and the sound's better. We're getting it tuned in, folks. When I get new equipment and new things, that's what tends to happen. All right. Thank you, Monica. Once I start reading, I'm not going to stop, everybody. So all right, let's get going. Thank you, Malibu Surfer and Monica Casey. Now you know how we got the documents. Now, if you watched an episode that I showed you last night, I showed you something last night, and I told you to watch it first because I want to make sure you know that we have the documents that the same police have. Check out this real quick. I have Mr. Duty Ron here.
Document because it is long. My God, it's long, this document. So let me just pull it up. It's 4 pages, but I'm only going to go into the first 3 pages. Just give me a second.
All right, so you can hear Duty Ron saying he's only going to do the first 3 pages. He's not even doing all of the pages. I'm going to read through 5 pages and then 2 more and then show you new pictures. So I wanted to show you I have the same documents as Duty Ron and all the other Vinniepolitan, all the other news stations. It's right from the website.
All right. Let's look at this for a second.
He's having a bit of trouble. And I appreciate that, Carly.
I downloaded it.
Yes.
It's gotta be right here.
Thank you. Yes, we love Duty Ron. We all had trouble last night getting that. It's okay, Duty Ron. I had trouble.
All right, I want to make this so we could see it. Give me a second.
And also Jess helped. So there you go.
Thank you for being a member for 3 months. Thanks for all you do. Duty Ron and Ed. And thank you for those gifted memberships, Lynn.
All right, there you go. So that's what we're going to read today. The state's response to demand for discovery. I saw that last night and I wanted to share that. I wanted to make sure I got the paperwork myself. All right, I'm in it. I'm going to pull up 5 pages and read them. So if you can't hear me, it's now or never, folks. Okay, I won't be able to hear you or see you anymore. I mean, yeah, I can't ever hear you. All right, let's pull down Mr. Duty Ron and do this ourselves because that's how we do it around here, folks. We like to do things ourselves. All right, let me share this document. Prayers for Maddie, absolutely. Once I get into this, I won't be able to see anything. All right, can you see that? I'll zoom in a little bit. I'm going to read it to you. So you guys can chat. I'll read it to you. I'm not going to open it with anything. I'm just going to zoom in a little, take a look, and there we are. Glad you can hear me because I'm in for the long haul, everybody. Let's go. All right. We have the filing, Stephan Stearns, State of Florida, state's response to demand for discovery, folks. Okay, I'm just making sure. State's response to demand for discovery. That's what we're reading. I have all the pages, and I'm going to read 5 of them, not 3. Come now, the state of Florida, pursuant to Florida rules to criminal procedure 3.220, and in response to defendant demand for discovery, discloses the existence of the following information and material within the state's possession or control, which defense counsel will be permitted to inspect, copy, test, or photograph at a mutual convenient time arranged after contacting the undersigned assistant attorney. The following pages have been sent electronically on May 6, 2024. Now, we're at 5/15, so these were sent 9 days ago. I can't count right now. All right, page 1. There's a lot of pages here. We have the signature affiant DS Christopher Johnson 2910. We have a sworn statement by Aubrey Hardy Dimnick. Consent to search Aubrey Hardy Dimnick. The address is 5675 Hickory Tree Road. Crime scene contamination log. We have an OSO incident report, and that's the legal jargon after it. DS, I'm assuming that's the DS. I'm not sure if that's the discovery, but DS, Christopher Johnson supplement. Donna Sita supplement. Sergeant Sharice Swan supplement. And we've got all kinds of names and all kinds of things. OSO, CAD, we have a property form. We have tire treads, folks. We have scene photos. We have Sergeant Cerise Swan signature affidavit. Donna Sita property forms. Major case prints. We have FARO and then major case prints. We have affidavit for SW, and that's for 4112 Santa Maria Drive, number 107. Guess what else we have an affidavit for? Discord. Maddie's Discord. I'm going to say that again. We have an affidavit for the 4012 Santa Maria Drive, apartment 107. We also have an affidavit for Maddie's Discord. We also have an affidavit for Google, sustanet at gmail.com, affidavit for Lincoln, affidavit for Pen Register, Instagram. The name is little_figment. Now we're going to get to the reports. I want to make sure everybody's with me. I'm not stopping right now to talk to anybody, but I want you to see the information that's released, the detectives' names. Everybody is released. Everything's released. Maddie had her own account as well. All right. So now you know. Everybody knows. Now we're on page 2. Let me get back to it. I'm sorry. Okay. Page 2. As you can see, we've got all the detectives that are in the case. This is a big case. We have Detective Maria Tagler, Julio Junco, Christopher Vasquez, Renee Devilla, Robert Fisher, Jasmine Rembris Lacara, David Ballardes, Charles Weaver, John Nguyen, Jessica Alicia, Lila Fries, Leonard Jones, Matthew Chang, Andrew Calise, Brian Savelli, Kyle Cole, Kenneth Dale, Brittany Bradshaw, Jeffrey Payne, Luis Acosta, and Evelyn Avila. Next, we have the application for mobile tracking device, 2012 Honda Civic. Again, application for mobile tracking device, 2010 Lincoln. Application for mobile tracking device, 2022 Nissan. We have 3 tracking devices for 3 different cars. How could there only be one person arrested for 3 different cars? How could one person drive 3 different cars? Very interesting. Affidavit. Again, we have the same 4012 Santa Maria Drive, number 107, twice there. It takes up 181 page to 190. We have OSO crime scene report, F.T. Soto. I wonder who F.T. Soto number 3184 is. We have KIPD electronic incident report transmittal form. We have reporting officer narrative T. Clark. Case supplemental report J. Owens. Let me check with you and make sure you can all hear me. All right. Thank you. I'm going to keep going. I just wanted to make sure my mic didn't go out or something. All right. We're still going. This is going to be a giant trial, or there's going to be multiple trials for multiple people, and arrests are coming soon. All right. So we have another reporting officer, T. Clerk, case supplemental J. Owens. We have a firearms trace summary, folks. We have Orange County Sheriff's Office property form. Again, OC Office Evidence and Property Report. Again, OC Sheriff's Office property form. We have an application for mobile tracking device authorization for a Honda Civic. Now we have ordering authorization, installation, and use of a mobile tracking device in a Honda Civic. Then we have an application for mobile tracking device authorization of a Lincoln MKZ. Then we have an order authorizing installation and use of a mobile tracking device for a Lincoln MKZ. 2 cars. Now we're getting to the third application for a mobile tracking device, a Nissan. Then an order authorizing installation and use of a mobile tracking device on a Nissan. I wonder what that's for. Then we have an affirmation of a warrant exigency. Affirmation of warrant exigency. We have an affidavit for a search warrant at the house of Santa Maria Drive. Then we have another search warrant for Santa Maria Drive. Then we have an affidavit for search warrant on Discord. Yes, you heard me right. I said Discord. Then we have a search warrant for Discord. Then we have a search warrant for inventory and receipt. Then we have a firearms trace summary. Then a non-disclosure, an affidavit for search warrant on Google. That's a big one. Then we have another search warrant for Google. Then we have a non-disclosure order. Then we have an affidavit for search warrant of a Lincoln MKZ once again. All right, folks, we've made it to page 3 of 5. I'm glad that you're here. I hope that you're chatting. I hope that you're putting 2 and 2 together on what's going on. We're going to do all 5 pages, and we're on the 3rd one. All right, 3 of 5. Search warrant for Lincoln MKZ. That's another one. Another freaking search warrant. Search warrant, inventory, and receipt. Application and requesting the installation and use of a pen, registration and trap and trace device, and disclosure of stored electronic communications and transactional records. Next, order authorizing the installation and use of a pen, registration and trap and trace device, and disclosure of stored electronic communications and transactional records. Next, warrant target devices, accounts, telephones. By the way, they have 3 telephones that they're targeting, folks. Maddie, Stephan, and Jennifer Soto. It doesn't say that, but I'm going to say that I think it's, and I'm allowed to, freedom of speech, Jennifer, Stephan, and Maddie. All right. So devices, accounts, telephone numbers. Application for warrant, target devices, accounts, telephones again. Application for order, then an order, a warrant. Now the phone numbers are right there, folks. There's 3 different numbers. The first one's ending in 1553. Second one's 1553. The next one's 1067. The next one's 1067. And the next one after that is 1832. All 3 phones have 3 different numbers, and they have a non-disclosure and application for warrants for all 3 devices. Multiple times, folks. All right. And don't be those people like Duty Ron says, don't go after anybody. Don't even mess with the numbers. They probably have the phone numbers locked down. We show these things to help you. Next, we have KIPD, emergency warrant request cover sheet, application and affidavit for search warrant. Stearns. Then we have a search warrant for Stearns. Madeline Soto is in here. Guess what they have? They have Dr. Kumar Guru, her behavioral health. They also have Dr. Kumaguru Orlando Psychiatric Associates Incorporated. There's a lot of information in here. Next, they have the medical examiner report. After that, electronic report transmittal form, case supplemental report, electronic report transmittal form, T. Clark. The other one was by M. Morrison. Reporting officer narrative, T. Clark. Case supplemental report, J. Owens. KIPD electronic report transmittal, P. Woods. Case supplemental report, P. Woods. KIPD electronic report transmittal form, B. Moore. KIPD electronic report transmittal form again, J. Irizarry. Case supplemental report again, J. Irizarry. KIPD electronic report, transmittal form J. Neves. Case supplemental J. Neves. KIPD electronic report, transmittal form C. Smallwood. There's so many forms here. We're on page 470. Electronic report, transmittal form A. Latchman. A. Latchman supplemental report. Electronic report A. Morales. Case supplemental report A. Morales. Arrest warrant. We're on page 474, folks. Next page, 475 through 476, affidavit for arrest warrant. Next is emergency report warrant request cover sheet. After that, we have the arrest warrant. Then we have the affidavit for arrest warrant. Then we have an emergency report warrant request cover sheet. After that, application and affidavit for search warrant. Next, VTM notification card. Number page 490 to 91, wanted person table. What does that mean? What's a wanted person table? If you have speculations of what a wanted person table is, put that in the chat. KIPD incident investigative report. We've made it through 3 pages. We have 4 and 5 to go. Thank you all for being here. All cell phones have area codes. Every number's there. We already addressed that in other places. Duty Ron says, don't be, he has a name for him. We'll call him, don't be a jabroni over here. Don't be a jabroni and be calling those numbers or doing anything nefarious. All right, we're on page 4, everybody. All right, page 4 of the breaking news that just came out for Madeline Soto's case. All right. Next, we have an emergency report warrant request cover sheet, then an application and affidavit for search warrant. Search warrant. Now we have a firearms trace summary. We have OC Sheriff's Office property form. Then we have another OC Office evidence and property form. Then we have Sheriff Office property form again. Then OSSO Deputy Report for Incident. Next, we have the Deputy Supplemental Report by C. Johnson. Then an emergency report warrant request cover sheet. After that, we have the application and affidavit for a search warrant. Following a search warrant affidavit application is a search warrant. Then an emergency report warrant request. Affidavit for arrest warrant. Then on page 534, folks, we have an arrest warrant. All right, then we have FDLE case tracking forms, lab reports, log, Office County Sheriff's Office evidence and property report. Then we have cell phone mapping, everybody. We have cell phone mapping here. We have cell phone mapping on 3 different numbers. First number ending in 1832. Next number ending in 10067. And the last number is on 1553. I wonder who those 3 cell phones belong to. My supposition is Jennifer, Stephan, and Maddie. Next, we have a building log, a declaration of business records, Capital One. That sounds like it's a credit card. Then we have an incident report, another incident report with a supplemental report, then a 3rd incident report, a 4th incident report, supplemental report, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, 9th, 10th incident report with a supplemental report. Affidavit for search warrant, digital devices, everybody. Those are going to be the key. There's a lot of CSAM stuff on those, and you can't get the information unless you were to go down to the court and request it to the courthouse, and nobody wants that. Then we have a search warrant. We're on page 1006 and 1007. After that, we have a search warrant inventory and receipt, folks. Following that, the following media has been sent by mail on May 6th because they didn't, it either was too large or they didn't want that floating around. First, they have digital media, number 2, a DVD, and it's ME photos. That sounds to me like it's a medical examiner photo. How about you? Then digital media, number 3, DVD, Orange County forensic photos. Now we have the forensic photos, the medical examiner photos, and the Orange County forensic photos, everybody. That's a big deal. We now know that we have the medical examiner report, we have the forensic, we have lots and lots of things and lots of horrid videos on his phone in the cloud. But we have 3 phones, folks, and we now know that Maddie had an account that she shouldn't have had. She had a Discord account as well. So did Stephan Stearns. We found that out. Lots and lots of medical examiner photos. All right, we're on page 5. We finally made it. But I have more to show you, so don't go anywhere. All right. The following media is available for copy. Digital 1 terabyte hard drive. Please provide 1 terabyte hard drive for a copy to be created and provided to your office. The following media is available to view by appointment at SAO. We know where that is. We don't want to go. Let's stay away from there. Digital media containing defendant's cell phone download, search warrant return of defendant's Google account. The only defendant right now is Stephan Stearns, but we have 3 cell phones that are involved. And I do want to tell you, I did learn this today. Stephan Stearns is not allowed to see those photos, folks. Only his attorney will be able to see the photos, and so that he can put them into the trial if there's a trial and a plea isn't had, which I hope they don't give him a plea and he faces the death penalty. Stephan Stearns, you heard me right, will not be able to see any of those photos on any of those drives, hopefully ever. That is not part of the information that he will get as a defendant, only his attorney. Now, the next thing is the evidence is to be viewed by appointment only at the office of the state attorney as it contains CSAM. I know everybody in here knows what CSAM is, right? It's child SAM. All right. Everybody knows that. And then it says, I certify that a copy hereof have been furnished by Alicia C. Smith. And it gives the email address, the division, Courthouse Square, Andrew Bain. We know who Andrew Bain is. That's the state attorney, folks. Signed by Daniel Pinnell, assistant state attorney, Florida Bar, number, Courthouse, Division, Suite, Kissimmee, Florida, with the phone number. What do you guys think about that? What do you ladies and gentlemen think about that? Now that I've shared this information, I have 2 more pages, but I just want to know what you think about it. I want to thank you all. I have 501 people in here. I'd love for you to hit that like button while I get to the next page. I want to thank Nina Drew. I want to thank Carly for gifting a membership, and Hope 8 Fear again for gifting a membership, and Monica a proper thank you. All right, I have 2 more pages I want to share. I want to share the pictures. Does her autopsy say the public what happened to her? We're not going to get that, but it's there, everybody. We know it's there now. All right, and we hope he doesn't get a plea deal. You're selling 10 packs of images on that website. He probably was. We're going to talk about all that after and answer your questions on what you think these things mean. But for right now, I'm going to go back and get to the next page. That was the big 5 pages that the news was talking about. I have another one for you. Now, these are not everywhere. They probably will be now. All right. In the court. And everybody tell me before I start reading again, can you hear me okay? Yes, a crime to remember. Please remember she's a minor. Is my voice coming through okay? I just got a new setup, but equalizer, my mic, all that stuff. So thank you. I appreciate it. Someone said bye. I don't know if you're saying bye or what. All right, good. Good. Thank you. I'm glad you could hear because I just read 5 pages. I just want to make sure it doesn't sound muffled. So I'm going to go with sounds great. I appreciate you all. Let's get to it. All right. Next. Here's another filing, and it's the Circuit Court 9th Judicial Criminal Justice, State of Florida versus Stephan Michael Stearns. Defendant's notice of intent to participate in discovery and demand for favorable and impeachment information in accordance with Brady. will have questions about this, but I'm going to keep going. I already told you Stephan Stearns isn't going to be able to see these pictures, but he has to be a participant in his defense. The defendant, Stephan Michael Stearns, pursuant to Rule 3.22 Florida Rules of Criminal Procedure, hereby give notice of his intent to participate in discovery and request the state of Florida disclose to the defendant and permit the defendant to inspect, copy, test, and photograph the following information and material within the state's possession or control within 15 days after the service of this notice. I'm going to read that to you, everybody. Number 1, a list of names and addresses of all persons known to the prosecutor to have information that may be relevant to any offense charged or any defense thereto, to any similar fact evidence to be presented at trial under Section 90.404 Florida statutes. The statement of any person whose name is furnished in compliance with the preceding subdivision. The term statement as used herein includes a written statement made by the person and signed or otherwise adopted or approved by the person, and also includes any statement of any kind or manner made by the person and written or recorded or summarized in any writing or recording made to anyone regarding this case. The term statement is specifically intended to include all police and investigative reports of any kind prepared for in connection with this case. I have a feeling there's more people than you all think. I heard from a little birdie, but I'm not going to say anything more because I'm going to read number 3. Any written or recorded statements and the substance of any oral statements made by the defendant, including a copy of any statements contained in the police reports or report summaries, together with the names and addresses of each witness to the statements. Did you hear that? They want recorded statements or oral statements made by the defendant, including a copy of any statements contained in police reports or report summaries, together with the name and address of each witness to the statements. How many witnesses do you think there are? Think about that while I get to number 4. Number 4, any written or recorded statements and the substance of any oral statements made by a co-defendant. Think about that. What are they talking about? What the heck are they talking about? What? A co-defendant? What are they saying a co-defendant for? What? We have 555 in chat. Hit that like button, folks, as I get. Now we have 561. Hit that like button as I get to the second page. Actually, I've done 5 pages. I'm on page 7. All right. I'm going to read number 4 again. Any written or recorded statements and the substance of oral statements made by a co-defendant. Number 5, those portions of recorded grand jury minutes that contain testimony of the defendant. Any tangible papers or objects that were obtained from or belong to the defendant. Number 7, whether the state has any material information that has been provided by a confidential informant. Whether there has been any electronic surveillance, including wiretapping, on the premises of the defendant or of conversations to which the defendant was a party, and any documents relating thereto. Number 8, whether there were any search or seizure and any documents relating thereto. Reports or statements of experts made in connection with the particular case, including results of a physical or mental examination and of scientific tests, experiments, or comparisons. All right. Number 9, any tangible papers or objects that the prosecuting attorney intends to use in the hearing or trial and that were not obtained from or that did not belong to the defendant. Did you hear that, folks? Even if it didn't belong to the defendant, Stephan Stearns, or obtained from him, anything that they have to use in that had nothing to do with him, that could have been from somewhere else. Okay? Right now I'm hearing co-defendants and I'm hearing information coming from other parties. I'm also hearing wiretapping and lots of numbers, phone numbers, cars. Very interesting that one manster would have all this information by himself. Number 10, any tangible papers, objects, or substance is in the possession of law enforcement that could be DNA tested. Number 11, any material information within the state's possession or control, constructive or actual, that tends to negate the guilt of the defendant as to any offense directly or indirectly charged. Number 12, all evidence in the actual or construction possession of the state that is exculpatory or can be used as impeachment evidence. See Brady versus Maryland. I love this when they do that. See Brady versus Maryland 373.us.83. See also Kyles versus Whitley 514.us 419 in 1995. Again, United States versus Bakley 473.us 667 1985. Giglio versus the United States 405.us 150 in 1972. That's a very popular one. I've heard the Giglio one many times. This type of evidence includes the following. All right, are you ready, folks? We're hitting up to page 3, and I was wrong. I have 5 pages. I had 5 first and 5 again. So we're going over 11 pages today that are not out there on the internet on somebody's channel that they read or have given to you, by the way, and I showed you exactly how to get there. Let's get to the next one. And I'm just going to put this up there for you to all talk about and think about. All right, let's get to the next page. We're almost done. The type of evidence includes all information that can be used to mitigate crimes that the defendant is directly or indirectly accused of committing. B, any oral, written, or recorded statements made by any person or persons to the police, to the state attorney, or to a grand jury that tends to establish the innocence or mitigate the punishment of the defendant, or that tends to impeach the credibility or contradict the testimony of any witness whom states may call during this case. Who do you think they're going to call during this case? Who are the witnesses, folks? Why does nobody know anything? Why are there only 3 people in the house and only one is unalived and the other 2 are still alive? How many witnesses can there be? How many phones are there? How many people were there? All right. Next batch. Now, what we're talking about is any type of evidence that they're asking for right now, and we're on C of page 3 of 5, folks. Oh, it's coming. There's things coming in this case. They're coming, everybody. I promise you. All right, let's get to it. Any reports made to the police that tend to establish the innocence or mitigate the punishment of the defendant, or tend to impeach credibility or contradict the testimony of any witness whom the state may call as a witness during the case. D, the names and addresses of witness who might establish the innocence or mitigate the punishment of the defendant, or impeach the credibility or contradict the testimony of any witness whom the state may call as a witness during this case. Again, the word witness, co-defendant, cell phone tracking. All right, E, the substance of any and all statements, agreements. Wait, let's back up. The substance of any and all statements, agreements, offers, or discussions had with any state witness, including suggestion of lenience, compensation, assurance not to prosecute, assurance not assurance to proceed only on certain causes or suggestions, or if any other benefit accruing to said individual whatsoever in exchange for their cooperation, assistance of testimony in the case herein. I hear Kayla Montgomery in the back of my mind, folks. Why am I hearing Kayla Montgomery as I read that statement? I hear agreements, I hear offers, I hear discussions, and I hear leniency or suggestions of leniency. All right, F, the substance of any and all consideration or promise of consideration given to or made on behalf of government witnesses, and specifically an offer of absolutely anything of value to use, including but not limited to money, immunity grants, witness fees, special witness fees, transportation assistance, assistance of favorable treatment with respect to any criminal, civil, tax court, or administrative dispute, and anything else which would arguably create an interest, incentive, or bias in the witness in favor of the state or against the defense, or that could reasonably act as an inducement to testify or to color testimony. Wow, they're looking, and I know you're hearing these words, people. You guys think about it in there. Just think real hard. All right. And we're going to see this after. You guys can see just how confused Jen really seems. All right. Let's get to, I've got more than I said I was going to read because there's more. We're on page 4 or 5 of the second set. And what we're talking about here, if you just came in, is we're talking about the defendant's notice of intent to participate in discovery and the demand for favorable and impeachment information in accordance with Brady. We talked about Brady laws last time. If you want to talk about Brady, talk about it in chat while I read. Page 4 or 5. They're asking for the identities of persons who have provided information relevant to this case and who have received any form of compensation, including crime line or equivalent programs. The most recent sentencing score sheet prepared in the case against the defendant, Stephan Stearns, which the state intends to use at sentencing. I love these documents. K. We're almost at the end of this. All material evidence or information in the state's possession or control, constructive or actual, that may reasonably be considered admissible and useful to the defense in the sense that is probably material and exculpatory, regardless of whether such information is deemed to be the work product of the prosecutor or otherwise subject to discovery as public record under Chapter 119 Florida statutes, whereof the defendant hereby gives notice of intent to participate in discovery and requests disclosure of the above stated information within 15 days of this notice. So Stephan Stearns had 15 days from the day of this notice to get any of these things over, any information through his attorney, I suppose. This is Robert Wesley, his public defender. He's toast, folks. Signed by Alicia Smith, Assistant Public Defender. Last page, certificate of service. I hereby certify that this is the original document that has been e-filed with the clerk of court through e-portal, and the copy of the foregoing that has been e-served to the office state attorney on May 1st, 2024. Robert Wesley, Public Defender. Alicia Smith, Florida Bar. We know that's the courthouse. Oh boy. I just can't wait to see after that what you guys think about all this. And now we're on the last page. Sadie's mama, thank you for saying he knows he's toast. And I think Jen Soto knows she's toast. Jen literally forgot to be a mother. A crime to remember. You're going to send flowers and thank you. Send them flowers. Thank you. Davy Jones, the man of the hour. For many reasons, you're one of my favorite guys on YouTube. And you're a new moderator, so thank you. You say she will get charged with neglect at the very least. Thank you for being smart, Davy, and understanding logic and reason. All right, we're going to the next page. All right, let's go. Last page to read. And it's not long, it's only one page. In the circuit court in Osceola County, Florida, State versus Stephan Michael Stearns. We have the case number here. Take note of the case number, folks. That case number is the key to information. Unless you have to buy it, and then you don't want to buy it. Just let us buy it, and we'll take care of it for you. Notice of provision of supplemental witnesses. What? Notice of provision of supplemental witness list. Comes now the state attorney by and through the undersigned assistant state attorney and files a notice of provision of supplemental witness list, certifying that on date of filing the instant notice of provision of supplemental witness list, the undersigned assistant state attorney electronically served upon the defendant a list of names and addresses of all persons known to the prosecutor to have information that may be relevant to any offense charged or any defense thereto, or any similar fact evidence to be presented at trial under section 90.402 Florida statutes were discovered subsequent to compliance with Rule 3.220 Florida Rules of Criminal Procedure. I certify a copy hereof has been furnished to Alicia Smith. We don't need her information, but do you hear that? They have a supplemental list of witnesses that somebody that may have, or persons that have information known to the prosecutor that may be relevant to the offense or to the defense of this case, folks. What do you think about that? Now that I'm all done, I can thank people. CBC, thank you so much. Any insight in the film Maddie secretly or obviously? Well, he has definitely filmed secretly. Oh, thank you all so much for being here and hanging in with me. I just read a lot of pages. Remember, the last one was 186 pages. So now I want to show you some photos because I want to get to the meat of this before I show you things and go over things that we may have already gone over. So you can probably see my whole screen here. You can. Let's just get to this. Let's get to it, folks. Check this out. Let me know if you can see it. You really want to be here, people. I saw a couple of people dropping out. We're at 609. You don't want to drop out of this, guys. There's lots of information here. Thank you, Melissa Bartlett. Jen and Stephan need to get in hell. They need to go to hell, stay in hell, and be in jail forever. I believe that. Look at what, do you know what we're looking at? All right, I'm going to show you what we're looking at, and I'm going to hide this comment so you can see. This is a picture that we haven't seen in this light, and we haven't seen not only in this light, but it's a new picture that I don't think you've seen. It's a new take on it. And what we're looking at is the condo and where the cameras are to the entrance and the lights to the entrance of the condo where Jen lived with Madeline Soto. As we know, Stephan Stearns didn't really live there. He did live there, but he didn't. All right, so we got it right here. Check this out. There's a light and there's a camera, and I'm going to show you some other views so you're not saying, what is this girl showing? Yeah, dumpster. Sadie's mama, you're so smart. You're so smart, and you really are so smart. I'm going to show you the dumpster. It's the dumpster camera and the entrance camera. Oh my God, Satan is waiting on Stern to get punished. And also whoever was on that camera is waiting to get punished, folks. I'm glad you're still listening, Melissa Johnson. I can't shout everybody out, but thank you, MJ, for being new to the channel. I love your dedication and down-to-earth approach. I appreciate you so much. There's no mention of a secret room. Thank you, Davey, for saying that. No secret room in this case, folks. But I have more pictures to show you, so I'm going to be quiet and show you the pictures. All right. And again, thank you, Bree, for bringing these to my attention. There's the entrance with another camera. Can you see that? I'm going to zoom out, and then I'll zoom back in so you're not like, what the hell is Jay got me looking at here? All right, folks. Dumpster and dumpster. Yeah. Dumb and dumber. Dumb and dumber. Dumpster and dumber dumpster. Yes. That's for the dumpster. Thank you, Glow Cart. Shout out to you. Look at that, folks. I'm going to zoom in on it again. Look at those cameras. I have cameras similar to that in and around my house, and those are very good cameras. You can go zoom in on those, and you could, there's a lot of functionality, and those are definitely high definition cameras. I guarantee you that's how they knew that Madeline was not alive at the time they saw her in the car. When I see this picture, I have no doubt that they saw her not alive in that car. And I don't have any questions anymore that I think it may have been Jen in the front seat. I think he did do the Weekend at Bernie's thing. And yeah, Bridget, you know darn well Jen will get out scot-free if she tells on Stephan, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think she's going to get off scot-free here, but I don't think so. And we do need Maddie. We need justice for Maddie. It cannot be in vain. Satan Stearns. Thank you, Pam Duvall. I love you. And everybody that's been donating to me, I have been getting my PayPals and my Cash Apps and my Venmos, so thank you so much. Friday, I'll shout out to all of you, and I'll personally thank you on the members only because you all are members. All right, let's go to the next picture. Look at that picture, guys. Girls, people. All right, you can see it looks like they have like a vacuuming station right there. And there's the address, and there's that beautiful camera. Don't we love cameras? We love them and we hate them. All right, last picture. Yeah, dumpster. There's the dumpster that he threw Maddie's backpack in. Look at what a beautiful area that was, though. Take a look at the area, everybody. I mean, wouldn't you love to live there? Wouldn't you love to grow up somewhere if it would have been beautiful and kind people? Davey, I think we scared the shit out of Jen by seeing through her BS so fast in such large numbers. I hope so, Davey, because we're not done. We're not even close to done. The people that are smart say things like Patricia Ross. Jen just turned a blind eye, didn't she? Smartest comment of the day so far. So when I get messages from Jennifer Soto lovers that tell me to leave her alone, I say to you, shut your mouth and don't send me anything. All right? Don't send me a thing. If you are a supporter of Jennifer Soto, don't tell me about it. All right, there's that dumpster, everybody. And over here, there was cameras in this building. So there you have it. There are some new pictures and images. Find a place first, Melissa. All right, Jess, not the mama. Just because Jen had it happen as a kid doesn't mean letting her happen to Maddie. Right, Jay? I like the what. All right, let's see. This one's great. Michelle says, smile, sicko. You're on camera. Sicko Stern sitting in jail, peeling paint off the walls. He sure was, and we have the paperwork to prove it. And we're going to go over that next week, everybody. We're going to do a without members, or we're going to not without members. We're going to do a pre-record so that we can break more into it. I'm going to stop sharing this real quick while I pull up more information that I want to pull up. I'm glad that I was able to get through this. That was a lot of information. So I showed you the pictures. I showed you the breaking news. I got through all that. I wanted to also talk a little bit about at work. We just hit 666, folks. Any 3 digits are angel numbers, so make a wish for Maddie. Okay? Let's make our wishes count. Absolutely. The crimes happened in Jen's house or the cars. Why do you think they're looking at them, everybody? Lori Turner says, no way a mother is blind to the injuries that had to be present in such a young child. You're absolutely right. She ignored her child and she's a... All right. You know, I want to show you the presser. I want to show you the press conference. And let me show you this a little more. Let me show you something else. I want to show you that website so you can get the dates straight real quick. I would love to have time with Stephan Stearns. Urso Suprasov. I'd love to have time. At doctor at undisclosed location, 5 years with him alone. Expect doctor, 5 years. He had Maddie, so it would be fair, and I agree. All right. I want to share with you that website again so we can make sure we mark our calendars, everybody. Mark your calendars right here. Right. We have receipts here. We have receipts of what's happening, state of Florida versus Stearns, and all his information that are public records, okay? So these are all public records. Anybody can go take a look at them. I don't hide anything from anybody. I want you guys to be with me and be transparent. And if you want to make your own videos, by all means. All right, there's the website, Courts of Osceola Clerk, okay? There are his dates. He is charged with first-degree capital murder. I'm going to copy that so we can watch that presser again real quick. His jury trial is coming up on July 16th, 2024. He'll be in courtroom 4F with Judge Keith Karsten. His pretrial is a week before that on July 10th, 2024. Now, my birthday is July 25th. For my birthday, I want this man to go on trial and go for the death penalty. I want them to go for the death penalty. All right? So it gives you all the information here, and then you can look at the case dockets, and it's giving you everything. So if you actually want to go in there, I downloaded all kinds of stuff, everybody. I downloaded a ton of things, and there's line dockets. We've got Capias executed. All right. Let's see what I got here. Okay, I just want to make sure I wasn't missing anything. When you guys text me, I can't really look at it. So all of this, felony court, dates of arrest, everything that has a docket image right here will show you something. Criminal case file, there's the direct indictment and the memorandum. It tells you how many pages they're requesting, the response to notice of discovery. You can see that it's not there yet. Okay, so now you know. Thank you, Jess, for teaching me something new in Florida. All right, so now I copied and pasted that for a reason. I wanted to go back, and this is not what I want. See, he went over this and he wasn't super happy. We can hear some of this, but I want to do something on my own without that. So let me do this. While you're looking at that, I'm going to pull up this. I want to look at Stephan Stearns' charges announced. And don't forget what we're here today for. If you notice, I put a picture of Jennifer Soto on the hold on. I put Jennifer Soto's picture on the thumbnail because I'm not forgetting about her, and I don't want you to forget about her. I want you to remember that we're coming after her, and I want you to keep remembering that we're coming after her. All right, now that I'm done, let's listen to Stephan Stearns getting charged with first-degree murder in Madeline Soto's death. In case you haven't seen that, again, thank you, Jess. I'm going to stop sharing this. You all know how to get there. Now, I love to be transparent with the information I have. There's no reason to hide it. Let's share it all. Let's all be content creators and love one another and get along. Maybe I'm being weird and I'm being too hippie-ish, but if we all just got along and loved each other, it would be such a better place, and we'd have much better content too. All right, folks, let's go.
The prime suspect in the death of this teenage girl has now been indicted for first-degree murder.
The indictment signifies a crucial step forward in our quest for justice.
But investigators say the case is far from closed. A grand jury indicted Stephan Stearns for first-degree murder today. Good evening, I'm Greg Warman.
And good evening, I'm Martha Sigalski, the state attorney and Kissimmee police chief, making that announcement just after 4 this afternoon. Stearns was first arrested in February on sexual battery and possession of child pornography charges. He has been behind bars ever since. Channel 9's Daryl Matthews joining us live outside the Osceola County Courthouse. And Daryl, what could detectives reveal about the investigation today?
Martha, very little besides his new.
And it's not very little. I want you all to pay attention, real close attention to what they don't say and what they do say in this, okay? So please pay close attention, because I want you to hear that they're not done. I want Jennifer Soto to know that we're coming after you. Jen Soto, you can't hide. You can't run. You can't go anywhere. I'm right at you. I'm looking. And I want to thank everybody that is Melissa Bartlett. Thank you, CB. Mitzi, I don't remember thanking Mitzi. Melissa sent another one. Monica, all the way from, where are you, in the UK? You guys are so lovely, lovely people. Thank you so much. All right, let's listen to this, what we don't hear.
Murder charge, but they do say there's still a lot to get through in this investigation, and they decided to tell us about this charge just to bring some closure to the family and the rest of the community.
Today, the Kissimmee Police Chief and myself are here to provide an update on the death investigation on 13-year-old MADELINE Soto.
A new charge in the murder case of 13-year-old MADELINE Soto.
The Kissimmee Police Department and my office have been working closely to go over every piece of evidence that we could gather in this case.
Wednesday, the grand jury came down with an indictment of first-degree capital murder for Stephan Stearns for the killing of MADELINE Soto back in February. MADELINE was reported missing by her mother after she never made it to school. Stearns spoke exclusively to Eyewitness News and law enforcement that he dropped her off for school the day after she celebrated her 13th birthday.
The evidence shows an individual that was entrusted to keep MADELINE safe made calculated moves to dispose MADELINE's belongings and place her body in a wooded area before she was ever reported missing.
The state attorney's office says the indictment was based on Stearns' calculated moves to hide her body in St. Cloud. Court records released state MADELINE was murdered on or between February 25th and the 27th. Her body was discovered March 1st in a wooded area in St. Cloud. Now, when asked about the death penalty, the state attorney Andrew Baines says that decision will come at a later date. As far as the charges for murder, Stearns' arraignment is set for April 29th at 1:30, and the charges for those child sex crimes are still July 10th. We're live in Osceola County. Daryl Matthews, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
And only Channel 9 sat down with Stephan Stearns and MADELINE's mother, Jennifer Soto, just a day after that teen was reported missing. In that interview, Stearns...
Listen close, listen to Jen, and then I have another one for you. Listen what she says, listen what she doesn't say. All right, let's keep going.
Stearns pleaded for help to find MADELINE.
We don't know where she can be, and we're scared. We just want her home.
Stearns was arrested just a short time later for sexual battery charges and named the prime suspect in that little girl's disappearance.
And then earlier this month, only Channel 9 sat down with MADELINE Soto's biological father. It was his first interview since his daughter's murder. Channel 9 Shannon Butler joins us live in studio tonight. And Shannon, you spoke with Maddie's dad again today, and what did he have to say about the grand...
I want to hear that full interview. They had 90-minute conversation, and they still haven't, well, nobody's heard the entire thing. I wonder why they cut so much out.
Has been informed by his attorney that those murder charges have been filed. He has not yet decided if he will make a statement. We are told he is still trying to process all of this new news.
Tyler Wallace told me when we sat down earlier this month that he was trying to be patient as he waited for more answers. What is the number one question you still want answered?
I'm just waiting for more information to come out. I'm not really comfortable posing where my questions are right now. I have a list a mile long of questions, but I'm satisfied with the answers I've been given from official sources, and I'm just trying to give this investigation time to do this the right way. I don't want.
Remember, we're here for Madeline Soto, and I'm glad that the dad's being patient because there's not much else that he can do. Although I expected to see him like really pissed, he is a military man, and I assume military people can hold their emotions in a lot better. I could never make it into the military because I just can't take instructions that well. God bless him and Madeline Soto.
To rush anybody. I want evidence to be analyzed. I want to know the truth.
But today, a big piece of the puzzle has been solved. Wallace found out late this afternoon that the man also charged with sexual battery and having dozens of explicit videos of his daughter is also now accused of her murder. In an interview with WFTV, both Stephan Stearns and Jennifer Soto told us that Maddie was dropped off at school but never made it. Wallace said he got the same information from Maddie's mother that day. What did she say to you? Maddie's missing?
Yes, she said that Maddie had been missing since the morning of, and that the school had.
So are you hearing this? And when someone says you think that there's more people involved, she called him and told him that Maddie was missing. Okay, so listen to what she's telling him. Listen what she says in the different news stations and listen how they word the verbiage that I just read to you. Okay, pay attention. Go watch it again if you need to.
I just contacted them and that she was hoping that it wasn't serious, but that we don't know.
Did she say that someone had dropped her off at school?
She said that Stephan had taken her to school in the morning and dropped her off, yeah. And that she had never made it to the school.
So what about Jen Soto here? What, if anything, did she know? We asked the state attorney that question.
That's a good question, right? What did Jennifer Soto know? And who in this chat has enough balls to come in this chat right now and tell me that Jennifer didn't turn a blind eye, didn't know, has no culpability in this? Because you sure like to email me afterwards and tell me a mouthful. So if someone wants to say that right now, please say it. Jennifer Soto, we're coming for you as hard as they're going for Stephan Stearns, and I believe they're going for you too. I hope they don't turn her into a state witness, though.
Question today, but they would not answer. Most of the answers to our questions were it is still under investigation, Greg.
All right, Shannon, great work with those interviews. And we'll continue to follow the story as the cases against Stephan Stearns move forward. Again, there's a couple of cases here. Both could lead to the death penalty. You can read all of our previous reporting and watch part of our exclusive interview with Maddie Soto's father.
Thank you. And I wish you would have gave it to us all, but we appreciate what we do have. So I'm going to stop sharing that, folks. And I have a little bit longer with you all. Absolutely, she knew. Guess what? We're going to listen to this because I want to focus on her. I want you to hear everything that you know now. I want you to know about the cell phones, all that, hearing that there was 3 different cars, and I want you to hear this for yourself. Okay? And I'm not going to speed it up because I want you to hear it in the way that she talks.
Tell us what's going on with Maddie.
Well, Monday morning, we took.
Now remember, this is the one with Stephan Stearns in the background cracking his knuckles, and listen to what she says, listen to her times change, and listen to how he's in the background controlling what he must have told her to say unless she was there with him, and that's why she uses we.
Took her to school. We dropped her off close to school, across the street from a church, which is it's right next to the school. She crossed the street.
And
walked to school, what we thought walked to school. My boyfriend who drove her to school drove away at that point. It was seen on video footage that she hung out in the parking lot of the church for a few minutes and then got up and walked towards the school. But she never made it that walk and that was around 9 a.m. when she got up. She never made it to school after that. It's right next to the school. I don't know why she didn't make it. I don't know if something happened on her walk along the way or if she got taken, but she never made it.
She doesn't know if something happened to her on the walk or if she got taken. She doesn't know anything that happened, and we dropped her off. She saw her that morning. She's going to talk about that. Now that you've heard all the information that's come out, what do you think? How can there be more witnesses in this case if there was only 3 people in that house and one of them's not alive anymore? Why do they have 3 cell phones? Why do they have 3 cars? More questions, more answers coming.
And that was the last anyone seen of her or heard from her?
Yes. I went to pick her up after school, and she wasn't there. So I started driving around, maybe thinking she took a walk. Maybe she decided to walk to my mom's office, which is pretty close to.
Remember, she never called 911, folks. In the 911 calls, her mom called and her sister called. When I say her sister, Maddie's aunt called twice and the grandma called once and was very irritated. Jen was in the background of the 911 calls, but she never called, not once, and she was scattered in the background.
The school as well. Drove around and I didn't see anything. I drove back to the school. The school was closed.
No, you didn't. She did not call 911. Hold on, I'm sorry. Nothing, no hope. I'm sorry, everybody. I messed that one up. I'm going to share it again. Sorry about that. I got so irritated. All right. I go back a little bit. No hope, no nothing. She talks about deleting messages, checking her deleted messages as well. So she knew where to go to look for messages that were deleted. And she says she called 911. That was a lie.
Her chats, none of her games. We did contact all her friends. None of them had seen her Monday or heard from her. Yeah, there's no update.
And I have to ask this, and I know I hate doing it, but is she the type that would run away? Has this happened in the past or anything? Has she ever threatened to run away?
Never. She's never ever mentioned anything like this before, and she's not the type to want to do this. She did
Lies.
accidentally leave her phone on Monday, which is kind of normal for her. She's got ADHD and very forgetful. So she left her phone at home, so there's no way to trace her. They tried tracing her school laptop, but that's off, so it's not pinging to anything.
Jen, what is your fear? I know you mentioned she's on games and stuff. Do you think she could have met somebody and tried to meet up with them?
She's open to us. She's open with us about, if she's got a crush with anyone, and she told us she had a crush on someone at school. And I looked at their messages. Nothing was weird. I looked at all.
Stephan Stearns is tightening up in the background. We now know that look at her face right there. I got her at the perfect time, her face, but we do know Stephan Stearns was abusing her all these years. He felt like that was his girlfriend, and he tightened up in the background. She's lying. Somebody just messaged me, and it's so beautiful. I have to say, somebody's watching the stream, and they're going to the memorial to pick up padlocks. They're going to grab a few. Let me know if I want a message written on one. So whoever sent this to me, I don't know, but thank you. They sent me a picture. I don't want you to show your number on there. Sent me a picture with a padlock, and they're going to say, "Love from J. Scott, guilty of crime," which means we're going to get justice in some semblance. I'm going to get one from the crew, and then I'll get one from you and one from me. Thank you so very much. Mystery person, I don't know your name. If you tell me who it is, I'll shout you out. Look at that face. We caught a perfect face of her lies.
All of her messages, all of her deleted messages, nothing seemed weird. It didn't seem like she was talking to anyone. So I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like she may have been taken. because this is not like her at all to just disappear and not let us know where she's going or who she's with.
Hit the like button, folks.
Yeah.
What are you getting from law enforcement? I mean, are they actively searching for her? I mean, what happens now? I mean, especially that she doesn't have her phone with her.
So as far as I know, they're conducting a search around the school. Behind the school, there's a Shingle Creek. There's a wooded path area that you could walk. It's a hiking path. They are going back there with their canine dogs. They've taken a piece of her clothing to see if they can trace her scent.
If this doesn't give you an idea, number one, of her lies, and number two, of what outreach that we have as a channel, the Crime Crew, if that doesn't tell you how much love we have for Maddie, that somebody is going to go buy locks for the memorial and put one up for the crew, for Jay Scott personally, which is me, obviously, and for them. Thank you. That is such a beautiful sentiment. That shows you that we have an outreach, and we can reach out to people, find out more information, have them contact us. Yes, it's an old video, but I was showing you about her lies, and thank you. I also wanted to thank Angie Irving that just cash apped me $25, and Lori Duran that also cash apped me $10. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. We're at 707 people. Hit that like button so we can get more information and get justice for Maddie. This is an old interview, but we want to look at what happens. I'll speed
They're
up.
also taking their own vehicles. I'm not sure what type of vehicles, but they're going into the woods to search for her. But I don't feel like that's going to find anything right now. We've had people all day on that trail sending us photos to see if anything there looks familiar and like her personal belongings, and nothing is hers. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where to go from here. I'm just contacting the news to get the word out, to get some help, because I'm desperate. I'm
No,
a
you're
wreck right
not.
now.
So you think that she's been taken against her will?
I do think so, yes.
As a mom, you know, what's your mother's intuition telling you right now?
I'm trying to hope for the best, but
Lies.
I'm scared for her. I want her to be okay. I want her to be safe. I don't want her to come back harmed. I just want her back. Whatever that means. I just want her back.
See, whatever that means, she knows.
Are you getting any updates from law enforcement? I mean, yes, there's.
She just went missing. Why would you say that your daughter, you just want her back, whatever that means? I do say that when I'm covering true crime, and I say, let's get justice for Elijah Vu and bring him home, whatever that means. Because at this point, I believe he's no longer alive, but we're 3-4 months in. This is like not even a day, 24 hours. I don't know, but it wasn't even 2 days.
Searching that small area, but have they gotten any hits on any scent or anything like that?
They haven't let me know anything. They haven't updated me since I spoke to them this morning. I've contacted them to get some information or to give them some leads, but I've heard nothing back.
And Jen, there's no way that she, just being, you know, a teenager, was like, maybe had a fight with you or an argument with you and was like, you know what, I'm going to go hang out at so-and-so's house and teach her a lesson. You know, could that be a scenario?
I don't believe so. We actually haven't gotten into a fight in like a few weeks, or arguments or anything like that. If anything, on Sunday, she celebrated her 13th birthday with my entire family, and she had the best day. She was so happy. She showed us all her gifts.
She wasn't even there.
She's just a happy girl, and she showed it on Sunday night when she went to bed. She was so happy. So, you know, she had the best day. I just, you know, there was no moment in that evening from when she got home from the party that she had her phone or had the laptop. She went straight to getting ready and went to bed. So I know she didn't have any conversations with anyone. She didn't make plans with anyone.
She went straight to bed after that. So we still don't have the time frame, folks. We don't know when her life was taken. But when I hear this story and the way she's saying it, and she's trying to wrap it all up, like she came home, opened her presents, went to bed, didn't talk to anyone, it makes me think that Madeline Soto was not alive earlier in the night after her party. Had you cry and then immediately stop? Well, because she knows what happened is why. Yeah, we've analyzed this video. I just wanted you to see again after we heard all the documents and see that they're coming for Jen Soto.
I didn't see any of that.
So she's spent the whole Sunday celebrating her 13th birthday. Was her 13th birthday on that Sunday, or that was just like the time you guys were celebrating?
That was the time we were celebrating. Her birthday was on Thursday, the 22nd.
Okay,
She just turned 13.
But that's just so heartbreaking to be celebrating her 13th birthday, and then the very next day, that's the
gone.
last you've seen of her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, where do you go now? Are you gonna go out there and search or look, or what is are you sticking by the phone? Are you what are you doing?
I'm staying at home, staying by the phone, hoping she just appears. I know my entire family is out looking. They've all spread a bunch of flyers. They've gone, I've had people contact me that they've gone to the international airport to spread flyers, to Amtrak, to Greyhound, just any way that if someone's taken her and they're trying to take her, just to show her face, just to make sure, she's not being taken against her will.
And you mentioned ADHD. Was there anything else maybe mentally going on or that you knew of?
She does suffer from anxiety, and once upon a time she was diagnosed with autism. We had her what's the word?
I think that's a lie too.
Reevaluated.
Okay.
We had her reevaluated a few months ago, actually, and they told us no, she didn't have autism, but she did have some autistic traits. She did have ADHD, some autistic traits, but not autism. So I'm not sure where to leave with that, because one doctor said she did and one doctor saying she doesn't, and I don't know. She's just in the middle, I guess, because she does have some tendencies, but socially she's pretty great. So I'm not sure.
And with the video that you were able to see whenever your boyfriend dropped her off, where was that? Which video? Was it a surveillance camera?
It was a surveillance camera from the church, Peace Church, right next to Hunters Creek Middle School.
And do you have that video?
I don't have that. They didn't show me. They wouldn't show me. It was actually my sister was the one at location, and they were letting her know what they saw on camera.
Yeah, she
Okay.
was.
They didn't show it to any of us.
Got it. Okay.
Wish-
Jen, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Please, if you have any information, contact me, contact law enforcement. Any information helps. Maddie, if you see this, please come home. Please be safe. I love you very much. If you have my Maddie, please just let her come home. We just want her home.
All right, we already know she's a freaking liar, and I'm going to follow this up with the 911 calls real quick so that you can hear. First, we started with all the documentation. You heard that they're looking for, there's going to be other people involved, witnesses. She just said that she called 911. We know she didn't go to the school. Let's listen to 911 calls again, just because I think it's important to, and then we're going to head out of here after the 911 calls. I appreciate you all for sticking in, everything you've done, all the super chats, all the Cash Apps, Venmos, the lock. I still don't know who just texted me and asked me if I wanted a lock and one for the crime crew. Thank you to whoever did that. I appreciate you so very much. And that's love.
No, it's not a medical issue. We have a missing child since this morning. We already called 3 times.
All right, that's the grandma, folks. She says they called 3 times. That's because her Madeline's aunt called twice. Jen never calls.
The police didn't show up yet.
Are you listening? Or
Yes.
do you know? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I see it right here for you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I see it. This is waiting for a deputy to respond.
They haven't come here yet.
I'm aware, ma'am. I see it. It's waiting for a deputy to respond.
You're waiting for a deputy to respond?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long more do we need to wait? It's a child missing.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm just not able to give out ETA. I don't know when they'll be there.
So how long do we need to wait? This
Ma'am,
is an emergency.
It is.
Ma'am, we have the information, but they're trying to get there someone as soon as possible.
So this is not important for you guys? Really?
Ma'am, we are very busy in the area. Look, I understand they'll be there as soon as they can, okay?
Yes, another lie.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
All right, call number 2, and this is Madeline Soto's aunt. I believe her name's Stephanie, if I recall correctly. And you'll hear Jen in the background. And thank you, Kate Takes. She is the one that gave us the footage originally of the memorial before we met the advocate crew. And thank you, Kate Takes, for getting us a lock for the memorial. I appreciate it.
Okay, police or medical?
Hi, I called not that long ago reporting a missing child. I just wanted to know how long the cops are going to take to get here.
Okay, hold on. Let me open up the call and let's see. The call is still currently pending. They have the deputies respond out there. We don't have any available deputies. We still have the call up, though, holding.
Okay, so no one's on their way yet?
Not yet, no.
Nope.
Does it take long for them to respond to the call?
If there's a big emergency in the area and there's no units available, they put the calls on hold. But as soon as one becomes available, they respond to the next pressing call.
That's what I'm trying to say. There's no urgency on her part at all. The aunt has urgency. The grandma has urgency. She has no urgency whatsoever, nor does she call. So after we read the documents, I was showing you all the lies, and more lies that are happening with her. And the police are coming for her.
Okay, yeah, we just need one here urgently. So
I understand. We still have the call. We still have the call holding.
Yes.
Yep, we still have the call holding for them. I'll go ahead and update them with the information.
All right, thank you, because this happened very recently, so we just want to get everyone here. She's been missing since 8 a.m., so we want to get everything done as soon as possible to try to find her.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
Third call.
It's
And is there a specific apartment number, ma'am?
it's
And do you need police, fire, or medical?
police possibly. I'm reporting a missing child.
Okay. And what is the name of the business there, ma'am?
The business?
Okay. And the child that you're trying to report missing, are you calling on behalf of the parent?
Yes, on behalf of the mother. She's missing.
Okay. Okay.
On behalf of the mother.
And ma'am, how old?
If you haven't heard the 911 calls yet, folks, you're hearing them now. They're calling on behalf of Jennifer Soto. Jennifer doesn't even call herself. She's standing in the background telling them what Maddie was possibly wearing, and she couldn't place the 911 calls, the bishop says, because she was probably busy resetting Stephan Stern's phone. Yeah, they took 3 phones. She was probably erasing a lot of things there. And hello, Athena. Thank you all for being here and supporting me. And we can go over the documents in another live stream. Today, I just wanted to read them and get the information out there.
How old is the child? And could I go ahead and get her name?
Yes, it's.
And is she white, black, or Hispanic?
She's white.
Okay.
Blonde
And
hair, dirty blonde hair, blue eyes.
okay, hold on with me here. And then, what color shirt and pants was she last seen wearing?
Hold on, let me ask. Then, what color shirt and what was she last wearing?
Okay, now she just asked Jen what Maddie was last wearing, folks. And that's her in the background if you haven't heard this before.
Hold on, we're finding out.
Okay, and then how long has it been, though, since you guys have last seen her?
Since this morning. She was dropped off at school this morning, and apparently she never showed up. We called everyone we knew. No one's seen her.
Okay. And then, so, ma'am, I just want to confirm, though, was she last seen from this address? Is this where you guys last saw her?
No. She was last seen at the church next to Hunters Creek Middle School. I think it's called Peace Church. I'm not sure of the exact address.
Yeah, I did read the discovery, and it did have firearms in there, and I do want to talk about all that. There's a lot of things to talk about. And we could do that in another stream. I appreciate you for calling that out. It leaves a lot more open for interpretation about this case.
She was wearing a dark green hoodie, I believe.
What is the name of the church?
I think it's. I'm pretty sure it's called Peace Church.
Right here.
It's the one right next to Hunters Creek Middle School. It's the no.
Got it. It's across the street from it.
I believe so. Yeah. There's two. I just forgot about the other one. It's not Focal Point Church. It's
Maybe if Jen knew where she dropped her daughter off, she could talk to the 911 caller and tell. How about that?
Well, is it Peace United Methodist Church?
Yes.
Okay.
That one.
Okay. Is she diagnosed with any medical mental conditions at all?
I know she takes medication for ADHD, and I'm pretty sure that's it.
So probably Adderall, folks. We know Stephan Stearns had a problem with Adderall. He detoxed from some kind of drugs when he went in. So she was taking Adderall. Stephan Stearns was probably taking her Adderall and doing it himself. Wow. Thanks, Athena. Have a good evening, and you're welcome. Adderall, folks. Remember that.
Okay. Sorry, bear with me here. And is she known to carry anything on her person, like a pocket knife, pepper spray, anything at all like that?
No,
Okay.
no, nothing like that.
Does she have a cell phone that she might keep on her person?
She doesn't. She had one, but she left it at home conveniently today.
Okay.
Did you hear that? She said she left her home. She left her phone at home conveniently today. You think the aunt was suspicious of Stephan and Maddie? That's the first time I heard that. She said she left her phone home conveniently today. Adderall or Ritalin, either, but they're both uppers. That was interesting that she said conveniently. She's suspicious, everybody. You don't say that.
Okay.
And ma'am, what is your name?
My name is.
That's the aunt. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. And just
I was told that the grandma was getting ready to, well, actually, she gave Jen an ultimatum, okay? That's why Stephan Stearns had moved out a month ago, even though he was staying there. He was supposed to move out, or Jen was going to lose her place. They did not want him there. He was not at the birthday party. We know after 7:30, I was told by a source he was not there at the birthday party, even though people say he was. She did not like him. He may have, it's not confirmed, he may have dropped her off, but somebody that was a guest said that the guest at the party said that they did not see Stephan Stearns there. And that's going to come out in the trial, in the pre-trial, in the discovery. We're going to know finally what the time frame was.
so we recognize you when we arrive there, though, at the advance to come meet with you guys. Are you, ma'am, white, black, Indian, Asian, or Hispanic?
I'm Hispanic.
And what color shirt and pants will you be wearing?
Pants, dark wash jeans. I have a green cardigan on and a white shirt.
Thank you. And I just need to verbally confirm this all. Do you have any at all weapons on your person?
No, I do not.
Okay. All right. And are you going to be waiting for us inside?
Yeah. I'll come outside. I still see through glass, so I'll see when you guys show up.
Okay, perfect then. So then I'll get a call placed for service. We'll have deputies out there to come and make a report with you and to come and assist with trying to find your. Okay.
Okay. Her mother and
They left.
they're going to the school to double check and everything, but from what we know, she wasn't there, so they should be back soon too, because it's right next to the school.
Yeah, that's fine.
Exactly.
So if at least one of you remains there, though, to meet with an officer, that's more than fine, okay?
Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be here.
Okay, then. All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I'll go ahead and let you go. We'll be out there as quickly as we can, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
All right. That was not confirmed about the Mylar silver reflection just because you see it on the news. I even showed it. It looks photoshopped to me. In hindsight, I looked at it again and it was transparent. I believe the person that was at the party that says Stephan Stearns was not in attendance. They didn't say that he didn't drop her off, but they said he wasn't there. So that reflection on the Mylar balloon, if you go back and look at it, it was very transparent. Now, I am a graphic designer by degree. I don't do that anymore, but I know about Photoshop and Illustrator. And nowadays, everyone uses Canva. And I know how easy it is to Photoshop something like that. So thank you, Millie. I miss you and talking to you. Great conversations. I feel bad for the family that are supporting her and they're in for awakening. If they knew he was a creepy, why'd they allow him to take her home when grandma lived so close to the school? Why did he take her to school that day as well? I have no idea. I really don't. Yes, he wasn't there. Thank you. Thank you. Grandma already had pegged him for something going on. She was catching on. She wanted him to move out. There was an ultimatum. I'm telling you, folks, I've been doing this for a while and covering this story, and people say that he was not at the party. All right, I'm going to show you the memorial real quick, and everyone wants to see the Madeline Soto Memorial on Google. I have seen that before. We saw it live, but I'll show you. All right, so those were the 911 calls. I think that's it. All right, that's it. Let's stop sharing that. I'm going to share the memorial so you guys can see. They now have it up on Google, which is awesome. Really cool and loving that they do that. Although that would be a hurtful reminder. Well, her mom doesn't care, so I guess her mom doesn't care. Though the party was planned off her actual birthday, so why was it not just scheduled better? I agree. Well, did you see how much attention that Stephan Stearns gave to Madeline? Every picture he was chasing her, looking at her, walking with her, giving her attention, buying her presents. Don't you think Madeline actually gave my location, not my actual location, but nearby. All right, so there it is, folks. Let me see if I can go closer to it. It's not letting me click on it. Let's see. Okay, there it is. All right, folks. The Madeline Soto Memorial is now on Google. Yeah, she knew they planned a birthday, of course. Sounds kind of silly have them take her to a party but not allowed to attend. I don't know, trying to wrap my head around it. Well, the grandma didn't have anything to do with it, Mr. Beer. Jennifer Soto didn't go to the birthday party and she needed to have a ride, but we don't know if he dropped her off or not. We do know that the grandma did not want him at the party. No, the mom was not at the memorial. We watched the memorial live here on my show, and Jennifer Soto was not at the memorial. Jennifer Soto was not at the funeral. Jennifer Soto was not at anything. All right. Yeah, this is a big part too. Telegraph 1149. I believe that's when she passed. He put her somewhere. Why he had to go pick her up and why they could tell she was not alive in the car. I agree. Can make everything competitive. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm telling you all. I look at the memorial. Let me look around a little and then I'll wrap this up. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to hit that like button on the way out. We saw a lot of this we saw a lot of this. Kate Takes brought us some information. She went and filmed it, and we saw it during the actual memorial. Thanks to the ladies that shared. You can go back in the videos and see. But there's Hickory Tree Road, and there is where they have all the stuff now. Here it is. That's the road. There's where their memorial is, and we heard the ladies that put it out there. Oh, interesting. Ashley, they got your name on there. I hope you know that. Ashley is one of the beautiful souls that helped us holding the camera and filming the memorial. Her name's on that picture. So, very interesting. Yeah, I wonder if she had any pics of Jen on the phone or only her daughter. I also wonder what they're going to find on Jennifer Soto's phone. They took 3 phones, people. 3 phones and 3 cars. The picture of, yeah, it makes me want to throw up too. All right, let's look at this. Finish up. Ashley, thank you for doing that. Your name's on there. If you don't know, you got the credit for this beautiful picture. We is copyrighted. It's copywritten. It says copyright captured April 2024. They're going to start transitioning to locks, and that's why Kate bought some locks for us. They put the umbrellas out for the older people that can't stand the sun. There was an older lady that was, I believe she was in a wheelchair or a chair, like not able to stand up in the heat in Florida. It was way too hot. And so the ladies went out and bought one of these umbrellas to cover it. So there it is. There's the memorial spot and also where he put her body out there in these like trees, not these particular ones. I don't want to say that, but a set of trees. She was the 3rd one in. He put her body 3 in from the set of trees. So I'm not sure what that's the memorial with that they have along the gate, and then that's the side that he put her body. So anyway, I love each and every single one of you. Marianne, thank you for being here and being part of the crime crew. Thank everybody for being part of the crime crew. Move my mic a bit. Yeah, I can lower the volume. I had it high. That's why. I just had it high. I think it's good there. I just had to lower it. And I will get it down. Thank you for letting me know, Rebecca. It's the volume. I have to change it up and down for the videos. K.A. Pisces. Love your channel. I appreciate your information, presentation, and the tune you put into delivering it to us. I think you're saying the time. On that note, I love each and every single one of you, and you're welcome. I'll get this microphone thing figured out and be better, do better, have better content, have better guests, and we will just have a better channel. We don't know who picked Maddie from the party, but I do want to say love to you, Malibu Surfer. I wish I knew who every one of you were, and any contributions help. I put up a link. You hear that? It says, pick up your daughter, Jay. Pick up your daughter. All right. Every single one of you, thank you so much to the new mods, the old mods, the mods. Thank you. I hit 9,000, and that's because of you all. So I love every one of you. Thank you, new mod, Davy Jones, one of my favorite YouTube people. And I don't believe you're a content creator that I know of, but I do love you. How does the volume sound now, folks? Now that I'm saying goodnight to everybody, is it okay? Oh, yay. Scuba Mom became a new member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. How does this sound? Now I lowered a bit and put it off to the side. Is it okay, folks? Let me know. Let me know. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good night, Sadie's mama. Can't wait to see you again. Enjoy the time with your daughter. Now, tomorrow we're going to, thank you, Athena. I appreciate that for letting me know. Tomorrow we're going to do Watts Wednesday, even though tomorrow's Thursday. So come back tomorrow and watch Watts Wednesday. Hopefully Watts the Obsession will come on. I'm going to play a clip of her video, and we're going to do deception detective. So on that note, I love each and every single one of you. Have a wonderful night and be safe. All right, let me pull this down. And hold on. I was trying to pull this down, but we want her memorial up, so we'll keep it up. Have a good night and go flood the memorial site and give it reviews for those beautiful ladies that did that hard work. Good night, y'all.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty?